Good evening and welcome to India Post Live, India's first live conversation news portal. And we have a very packed lineup here in the studio with Arjun, Nikhil, and Deepu. And you will notice several jerseys changing colors now. All, colors almost the same. The crests have changed because yes, football is back. We are very happy and we have a lot of transfers, a lot of team talk, a lot of what happened with Manchester United, which a lot of us will like to take interest in. Londoners kept aside. And we have on Hangout Ishan, not in the dark this time. Ishan, first of all, congratulations on the parka and the lack thereof. How's Tottenham been doing in the pre-season?
He's in the dark.
Well, now his connection is in the dark. And we also have Aditya from What the Football fame on. Your pre-season games not started. We don't need those crests right now. And we do have Ishan back. Aditya, I'd like to go to Ishan for a second. Ishan, first of all, again, let me congratulate you on getting Par back into your household. A, how do you feel? And B, have you been able to catch any of the Tottenham pre-season friendlies so far?
I feel good, man. There's a fan on now, and yeah, that's like wow.
So, thank God you did not mention a lot about Tottenham friendlies because we are here to mention a certain team, a particular club, a particular coach, and a particular match made in heaven. It's Louis van Gaal and Manchester United, and Manchester United took yesterday as their first game under the Dutchman, 7-0 no less, with Ander Herrera and a lot of other unexpected players really showing up. New formation, almost a new attitude. The David Moyes era is gone. It's far behind. You obviously saw the game last night. How do you think Manchester United played?
Well, the game was today morning, Chaitanya.
I do not know. For anyone who might think that I might misspell words or misspell sentences, I've been awake all morning, so forgive me for that. Moving on.
So, what Zombie Arjun saw in the morning. Brilliant game. Surprising. I've been following United since '94. I have seen a lot of games through the season, and I have never seen Manchester United play three at the back. A complete lack of respect for wingers almost because they're wing backs that are moving forward.
Yeah.
And some of the most beautiful short passing I've seen in the longest time or in United colours. It's a great start, but let's not forget it's LA Galaxy. We've not won even a Premier League match.
Yeah. I'd like to actually take it to a neutral perspective. I'm actually referring to enemy territory when I say neutral. Aditya, did you manage to catch a glimpse of the first friendly between Manchester United? I know it's a long shot there.
No. I had much better things to do with my day than watch United. But sorry. But yeah, from what I hear, happy days. Good job, 7-0. Even with LA Galaxy as your opponents is a pretty good result. And Van Gaal showing a complete change-up of the old system and very much coming in with his own way, which is nice to see rather than Moyes' attempted adaptation, you know?
Yeah, and speaking of Van Gaal and the new formation, he spoke after the match and said that there was lack of balance in the team, that there were not enough individuals to help the team turn into the formation that they wanted to put in. Aditya, I think in my opinion, and you can record it if you want because it's the first and last time I'm ever gonna say this, but Arsenal have more versatile players than United right now. Even for a team,
certainly in midfield.
Yeah, certainly midfield. So do you think a team like Arsenal can pull a three at the back, let alone a Manchester United?
With our current back line, I don't think so. Unless we were to retain Vermaelen, which you guys are looking into right now. That's the only way I could see Arsenal play a back three, is if you played Vermaelen, Koscielny, and Mertesacker all together. But as the current squad stands, no, I couldn't see us pulling that off. I see us falling on your usual 4-3-3 this time with a lot more pace.
You just heard an Arsenal fan accepting that his team is not versatile enough. Thank you very much, Aditya, for that. That was my trap question. Thank you very much for that.
Speaking as a neutral, they could play a three centre back system
that's
if they had 8 goalkeepers.
If they had 8 goalkeepers.
Yeah, we just got our spinner, so that we've got a challenge. We've got some good stuff going
Well
on.
done,
there.
well done. Good on you to spend £3 million
When the
there was-
Mexican keeper was free. Well done. Well done, Arsenal.
Well done. In Arsene we
I
trust.
think
We'll
the
get
banter
to
gave us
Chelsea
the
and Diego
giggles for
Costa
the rest of the
shortly.
year.
guys. Let's
Just
guys.
Sorry.
I'm very sure this conversation is safe for another part of the show. In this show itself, but the team that played yesterday for Manchester United, we do have that with us. And there is no budget, apparently, according to Manchester United CEO Ed Woodward, who says he's ready to break and even double, in fact, that being that particular to say that Manchester United are ready to double and break the amount in which Juan Mata, our record signing, was signed. We do have the Manchester United 11 if we would like to take a look quickly that played yesterday against the LA Galaxy in Pasadena. And by the looks of it, and anyone who watched would have been very pleasantly surprised seeing the same players who finished 7th are the same players who are right now feeling right at home in a new formation.
Well, you can see one thing very clearly in this formation. 3 new players signed this year. All 3 of them are in the squad. That gives you a good idea of what the quality of Manchester United was. Make no mistake, any signing that comes in that's above 21 this year will be in contention for the starting 11 place.
True.
Having said that, Ed Woodward, whatever he's saying right now is great for us to hear. Finally, we have money to compete. But David Moyes should have heard that.
Sure.
Well, one thing which is very important, which is your change in sort of team mentality. Every player out there, except for probably Shaw, Mata, and Herrera, are playing to stay at the club.
Yeah.
Which is something which was not there when they were playing under Moyes. Under Moyes, they just decided, let's get paid.
Sure.
Well, under Moyes, Van Gaal said yesterday that the team that lacks balance, that we have 4 number 10s.
Yeah.
David Moyes is responsible for us having 4 number 10s.
Well, so not compounding but solving. So, Deepu, you might have seen 2 names there on that team sheet that Arsenal are very interested in, and I would like to throw that to you and Aditya. Chris Smalling and Tom Cleverley have been recently linked to Arsenal moves.
No, please,
How-
please, no.
How sad or
It is very sad.
rejected
It's very
will
sad.
you be
We
when those two
have
make
we
that
have
journey?
suffered enough with Silvestre. I say this is a Manchester United tactic, so I'm saying no.
So
I say
Arsenal is so amazing. They take Michael Silvestre,
Sure.
and
No, Arsenal used to.
in return they give us Robin and Percy.
I would say no. I would like to block you
Wow.
off. I would like to say that we were in a
You
period
wanna-
of transition back then, but
you wanna
now
ask
we
how
can
much we-
sustain
we- we
ourselves.
need a
And now
problem?
Manchester United are going to be in the back foot when we start to fire.
Sure.
So that's what's going to happen.
Aditya, another player who wants to make that journey from Northeast to London is Nani. He is very interested. Arsenal are very interested. Manchester United faithful are the most interested parties in this. How interested are you in this transfer to go through?
I'd like to answer that visually, if possible.
Yeah. Yes. Always. I for a second feared that it was going to be
Yeah.
full of consequences.
No,
Aditya's
Nani,
famous
I
for
mean,
toilet
all
humor.
said and done, I wish Arsene can play a little bit of FIFA and see that he has got talent but no brains on him whatsoever.
But
So-
do you think with this increasing talk of Santi Cazorla going to the Vicente Calderon, Diego Simeone is apparently
I don't see that. I don't see that happening, quite honestly. Because the main thing is that we were looking to fill in that holding midfielder position. If we don't get Khedira now, we might be grooming Jack to take over that place. So it doesn't leave an extra spot out there for Santi to have to fight with an extra person for. In fact, it shifts Jack off that thing. So the pressure's off him. He will be a starter. He is a great player, and he has himself personally said that he is quite happy where he is, even though he's interested in what Atletico have to say. I don't see him making the move anytime soon.
Well, you're actually right that Arsene Wenger has cooled down of a talk for a midfielder. Insists that Jack Wilshere will be the anchor this season. if we can also have a look at the Arsenal 11 and actually talk through what could be the next season's 11, which could be a very, very impressive 11. Deepu, do you see your team going higher than 4th this season?
Definitely, yes.
Definitely.
I think we have a good chance of winning the league this year.
Winning the league
I'm
this year.
optimistic about this.
And
year.
and how big an impact if you look at the team, this is something we've come up with to see. You do have Ozil, Giroud and Sanchez in this. How badly do you need a striker in the middle of that? Because you have two very fast, very, very skilled, very, very young players in their prime right now, and in the middle you have a guy who just has a good haircut. That's it. That's just about it.
Let's not forget the fact that Sanchez is one of the most versatile
Yes.
players out there. He can be a striker, and along with Giroud, these two can be one of the most versatile attacking players in the Premier League.
Your problem is
Look at what happened with.
So if I'm getting it right, you yourself are making space for Nani right down the right flank, are you?
No. I think this two will do the trick. Giroud and Sanchez.
I
will
think
do the trick.
Arsenal's biggest problem is not Giroud, strangely enough. It's Mikel Arteta and possibly a centre back. They've covered themselves well with Sania's departure in Debussy. He's proven in the Premier League. A slightly better defense than Newcastle, in fact, much better defense than what Newcastle had. Gibbs is good. Wilshere, we've been waiting for him to explode, come of age. He gives fantastic performances every season, but he doesn't last the whole season. Aaron Ramsey, again, very similar. So it was Ramsey's season last year, the way it started, but he didn't finish with the same amount of flourish. As you would like. So Arsenal, if they're looking for anyone, should be in those positions.
Arsenal, if they're looking for anyone, they should look for people not made of glass. Arsenal have a tendency to pick up the most injury-prone players. Nani will fit right in.
Nani will fit like a hand in a glove. I am telling you, he has all my blessings to go to.
Personally,
Arsenal.
say they should send Wenger back off to Brazil to the beaches. Put Aditya in charge. Aditya will sign Fellaini.
Now, on that light, I would like to respectfully state that Arsenal has already made a signing, a very impressive signing in the form of Shade Fawcett. He was the trainer for the German national team, and this guy is specifically charged with reducing the number of injuries, and this is one of the most critical factors in the Arsenal team
absolutely.
right now.
Absolutely. Speaking of injuries, we have a player in Barcelona who was responsible for how many injuries now? 4 in bites. Suarez has shifted for a 73. Three bites.
3 convicted bites.
3 bites on target, 4 bites in total.
Yeah.
Is the number we stumbled on.
Yeah.
So he's now left Barcelona. He's now left Liverpool for Barcelona. Ishan, I think you're the best person to comment on this. Are we going to see the sequel that happened at the White Hart Lane last year?
What, us getting thrashed by every other big club?
Well, that put aside the enormous amount of money that Liverpool have received, do you think they're going to go down the same way that your beloved club did?
Well, I think they are signing a lot of players to replace that one guy.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know whether all of them will work out.
Well, he is right in saying that they've signed Divock. They're hot on the trails of Divock Origi. They have signed Emre Can, who's from Bayer Leverkusen. He's an under-21 midfielder.
I think he already limped off injured from a pre-season friendly.
Against Roma, yes.
Yeah.
And also they have Ricky Lambert, who they've given the number 7 shirt to. So that's a heavier burden to carry, aside from all the biting.
That's lovely. The number 7 sitting on the bench.
Yeah, they also have Daniel Sturridge. Aditya, how big a threat do you think Liverpool are to Arsenal's hypothetical title chances? The key word being hypothetical.
It's going to be hypothetically. I'll give you a relatively serious answer. Actually, it's going to be down to Sturridge's state of mind, whether he gets all hyper and feels like he's the main man now that Suarez is buggered off. And whether that goes to his head, because he has a tendency to be selfish, to do that. And that could cost them their team spirit and team play, which Liverpool have worked really hard to develop, at least for the last season and a half. Arsenal have that already built in them, where we work very well as a unit when everyone's not injured. And the addition of Sanchez is it's nothing but a good thing. There's not going to be very much fitting in that he has to adapt to or anything, because Barcelona does play a very similar style. So we should be rock and rolling very soon.
Well,
So, anyway.
How did Arsenal come back into the mix? Shut up, no Arsenal.
You're talking about Liverpool.
We want to talk about Chelsea. Okay, fine. So Cesc Fabregas, who's
it's actually right that we go back to and we'd actually like to. We've also again made a ad hoc Liverpool 11 of what we think their team would look like that season. If we could take a look at that, Lazar Markovic also very highly rated in Europe, 20 million. He's been signed on. Again, do you think Liverpool's going for quantity over quality?
They are not making the same mistake as Tottenham are, but they are making a mistake.
They're making a different mistake, but a mistake nonetheless.
Yes.
So, Nikhil, do you think Loic Remy, Ricky Lambert, Daniel Sturridge, and possibly Divock Origi put together can fill in Suarez's boots?
I think they're honestly building 4 squads. One for the Mickey Mouse Cup, one for the FA Cup, one for the Premier League, one to wave in Europe as they go by. You know, I think that.
Yeah, so
At the same time,
we see that Lallana again a very important addition at 25 million. Interesting that Brendan Rodgers before the Liverpool Roma friendly was very adamant and said that Lallana is definitely worth the price tag. They've definitely not paid over the odds for him, and he's saying his performances in this pre-seasons will show the world enough and more that he belongs in a Liverpool jersey.
I'll put it like this, Chaitanya. Brendan Rodgers is a moneyball manager. He will substitute Suarez's goals with one person, 2 people, 3 people, as many as it takes. Right now, he's got Lallana, Emre Can, Markovic, and Lambert. Together, these guys should be able to get about 25 goals in the season. So he does have the replacement of Suarez's goals on the field. But what he doesn't have is the threat that Suarez provides.
True.
Nobody is going to be afraid of either of these players in the Premier
True.
League.
True. And Aditya, if you don't digress to Arsenal yet again, at the risk of that, I would like to ask you, now that Suarez is gone, who do you think is Liverpool's main man? Clearly, Ricky Lambert with his number 7 shirt won't be lighting anyone's day up in the Liverpool support.
It's going to be Danny Sturridge, like I mentioned, and Sterling, if he can maintain his form from last season and build on that strength of his and not take any more photos of himself in the bathroom, it should be good to go. They should be good to go.
You can take out a man from a selfie, but not a selfie from a man, can you? Yeah. And well, third time this has happened in the English Premier League that the standout player of that English season has gone on to Spain. Started with our own Cristiano Ronaldo, went on with Gareth Bale, and now Luis Suarez. So should actually start giving it to someone like Emil Heskey or probably
Or Tom
Dylan
Cleverley.
Johnson
Please.
or Tom Cleverley.
Please go-
I think a
go
better
to
option
Spain,
is to
yeah.
award him
We've
the
heard
PFA.
he's a Spanish
And now,
midfielder.
Give it to Michael Dawson.
Nikhil, my one and only question as we go to the Chelsea 11,
Yeah.
and we tried to fit in as many midfielders as we could. Sadly, not even Jose Mourinho can do that. So this is our close estimate if we can get the Chelsea 11 on.
Yeah.
And you can try to explain me how many of those midfielders are actually going to play, how many of them are actually going to sit, how many of them might just come and put the bib on train and might not play. You're definitely not getting all of them game time.
Yeah, no, I mean, see, this is probably what the lineup will look like,
Yeah.
right? But I don't know whether Zuma will start. He's still too young, too raw. He may play in the cups a bit.
Huh.
Where your midfield is concerned, I see maybe Ramirez being also a key part. I see Mikel gone. Personally, I see Andre Schürrle coming on super
Well,
sub.
we see Mikel gone considering he did not make it to the 11. So
Andre Schürrle will be your super sub.
Okay.
No doubt on that.
okay, so you think that a player of Andre Schürrle's quality should be kept on the bench?
Yeah. Did you watch the World Cup?
That's the exact same question I was about to ask you.
Did you watch the World Cup?
Did you watch the World Cup?
When he started, did he score?
No.
Exactly, but when he came off the bench, assists and goals.
Cannot
What player wants
Chelsea
to stay
fan
at a
from
club?
an argument ever.
What
Moving
player
on.
wants to stay at a club being a super?
Moving on, I would like
Solskjaer.
to actually I would
Ask
like to
Solskjaer.
Yeah,
I would like
want
to
to
actually
play
take this
full-
question
full team
across
football.
London since I have almost all of London in support on Google Hangout. Ishan, as harsh as I will be, and and no offense to that, Tottenham are definitely not going to win the title this year. How big of a threat do you see Chelsea in taking the title? Jose Mourinho, since last year, has said that the title summit will come the following year. The title summit will come next year. This year, I'm planning a team. I'm planning my nucleus. I'm planning a team that will go for the next 5 years. So, Ishant, do you think this is Mourinho's time, or it's going to be the same second, third, and losing points at Stoke?
No. I think it's going to be a very, very close race between United, Liverpool, Chelsea, not Arsenal, sorry. But yeah, these guys are just going to go neck and neck, judging by the strength of their squads.
Wait, you're saying
Liverpool
United,
and not
Liverpool,
City.
Chelsea in the same bracket. I understand had you said Chelsea and City. not United.
Look at this guy. Finished sixth like
Cannot
two
hear it.
seasons ago.
Cannot
Two
hear it.
seasons ago, finished sixth.
I
With
cannot.
the Champions League in her pocket.
Well, yeah, really deserved it. That
Well, Manchester United have
asterisks in front of that Champions League.
Chelsea. Yeah. Manchester United have spent 62 million. Chelsea have gone on and spent over 75 million.
Yep.
Arsenal, with Alexis Sanchez and David Ospina, have come close to the 40 million mark. So I think
If you remember the Chelsea lineup, this is the first time a Mourinho team will be playing without width.
yeah.
Effectively, there's Hazard.
Yeah.
Oscar can
Yeah.
spread the play wide, and
Yeah.
he can go out wide and can play there.
Yeah.
For that reason, I think Chelsea will be maybe missing something that could take them over the edge. in
Oh,
the
I
crunch
know
games.
what they're missing. They're missing a midfielder. I think they need to get out.
So they need
Aditya
another
and
winger.
Ishan, do you agree? I think they need a couple of more midfielders just to shore up a little more in the middle of the
Oh,
park.
most definitely. Khedira is possibly out there. He's available. Take him. Go on. Why not?
Paul Pogba.
Paul Pogba is a
send
very
him.
realistic target, isn't he? I think you guys want. I think you guys miss Juan Mata also a lot. I've heard Mourinho.
Yeah.
we
bidding-
also need about 5 number 10s.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you have them.
Or we need a new trainer to make sure we get the massage. Arsenal, yoga does not work in preventing injuries.
Yoga works, doing everything.
Ask
He's got
Ryan
Ryan
Giggs.
Giggs to where he is
Yes,
today.
yes, we take. Yeah, Nikhil, no.
He's
no
changing
support.
colors
Zero-
now.
zero
He's
points.
changing colors.
0 points
Since
today.
he's on a roll.
0 points today.
Since he's quiet hooligans, silence, hooligans. Since he's on a roll, we'll take the Arsenal 11 out. Morgan Schneiderlin is almost a done deal. Arsene Wenger is running the rule over him after the second game of the friendly. And Aditya, again, the same question I was asking Deepu, and I'm asking you again. You think missing out on Loic Remy and him joining Liverpool could be somewhat of a damaging blow?
No, not at all. Actually, everyone keeps forgetting, and I know you guys like to make fun of it, but Arsenal's youth system is very heavily used and relied on as well. You have to put faith in what we have in the background, even though it hasn't proven itself just yet, and that's due to injury reasons, whatever. I don't feel Remy would have been an adequate thingy because he's a decent fella, but he'd still be playing third fiddle behind Sanchez and Podolski and Giroud, fourth fiddle almost if you play Sanchez central. So I mean, if you're gonna want to compare Giroud and Remy, I would definitely take Giroud any day of the week, especially for the style of play that Arsenal plays, because you need that one guy who can be that 10 pole, not for the wingers to cut the ball back and get around the defenses, then still be there, and because he's got a good positional sense. So that's where how he's best used, and that's how we can use him. Whereas Remy, not so much that savvy in terms of a unit, and we need that gelling to work.
Yeah. So if we take a look at the Arsenal 11 here, and we've tried a provisional 4-3-3 formation. Deepu, looking at this team, do you want another signing? Do you want another player to be signed?
I would
If you
say-
do, where would you like him?
The thing is that can Wilshere handle the pressure? That's the only thing which I have in my mind. Can he be a good defensive midfielder? And we have seen Wenger's trying to sign.
I'm sure he can always light up to take the
short
edge off
answer to
sometimes,
that
right?
we have seen what
Let the man
happens
talk.
with. But jokes aside,
He has glaucoma.
we have seen what happened with Ramsey. Wenger's trust did pay off, you know. So with Wilshere, I'm expecting something similar, and I'm hoping if that happens, then this team is actually.
But
really
so
good
far,
running.
but so far as this looks, as with Debussy on the right, Wilshere, Ramsey, and Arteta making that midfield wall, you think this Arsenal team can win the title?
With Arteta, I'm not really sure.
Okay.
But the others are actually quite good. I'm very impressed actually.
What is the most like, you know, as a supporter of Arsenal, what is one signing if you wake up tomorrow morning and if you see that name on the papers, you will be the happiest man on this planet?
Bentner.
No, fifth striker. Fifth
No,
striker right there.
I think that news already happened with said Bentner leaving, so that was the happiest piece of news. They've
They
already,
should have
they've
got
already
Bentner
got
back.
If I didn't hate Van Persie so much, I would say Van Persie because.
No.
Mr. Wadhwani, can we catch a quick comment from you? They say a picture's worth 1,000. Yeah. Can we? Yeah. Priceless.
From Bentner to Van Persie.
There's actually YouTube footage of me burning a 9-foot Van Persie football.
I
poster
can
which
second
you can look
that.
for. So that's my answer to that.
I can second that.
No.
So will you
guys,
stop supporting Arsenal if Robin van Persie signs for Arsenal?
Are you crazy? Why-
Senseless fans.
On that
all
note,
these Arsenal fans.
On that note, Arsenal. Well, that's me saying, but Arsenal not going to finish anywhere above fourth. All bets welcome. All bets welcome.
No,
Mr.
you're
Wadhwani.
betting that we're going to finish below fourth this season.
No, you're
No.
not going to finish any higher than
You're
third or
going to
fourth.
win your metaphorical fourth place trophy.
You
No,
will
no,
be
they're gonna
between
win-
third
they're
and
gonna win
fourth.
The Emirates Cup.
What the hell are you talking about, Sam? Are you kidding me? In my
They don't-
shadow.
In my shadow.
They don't even win the Emirates Cup.
Oh my God, you're starting to start.
Now, that escalated quickly, and I think that's as good a note as ever to go to an 11 which a lot of people might think
Is
is actually from the game, is actually a video game, because I think Carlo Ancelotti has just been gifted a Platinum Edition PlayStation controller. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, and take a minute for this to sink into you, the names, the positions, especially from number 7 to 11, just remind of those in your head while we show you the Real Madrid 11, if we can have on the screen. And it starts the same way, the back four is the same. Keylor Navas,
There you
the
go.
exceptional showing at the World Cup, has landed him a Real Madrid deal, £8 million worth, a very, very good deal. And then it just gets crazy. Modric, Cruz, James Rodriguez in the middle, Bale on the left, Ronaldo on the left.
Possibly
Then-
Falcao.
Possibly Falcao, although he has quelled speculation of a move to Real Madrid, calling Monaco an interesting project, and obviously with their imminent loss of James Rodriguez.
Of course, I mean there's a lot going on here, but this team should change its name from Real Madrid to La Decimation.
La Decimation. La Decimation.
That is
of
exactly
course.
what every opponent of
Nikhil.
theirs is going to face next year.
Manchester United is not in the Champions League football tournament this year. How happy / sad are you to see this team come against you in Champions League? Would you like to trade positions?
I
with-
would love to play against this team. I'm going to put the difficulty on amateur and rip them apart.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think Mourinho can do
crazy to think of the quality in this team. It is honestly crazy. You don't have place for Khedira anymore.
No, because obviously he's poised to a move for Chelsea.
Forget that. I'm not even kidding. You still have there's no place for Khedira. They're looking for more
There's
strikers.
no place for Angel Di Maria, who's
There-
been rumored for Manchester United and
There is
PSG.
no place for Di Maria. What more do you need? And if you're looking to buy a striker, Real Madrid's not going to buy a cheap striker. They're not going to be a Liverpool or an Arsenal. They're going to go for quality.
Yeah, true.
I feel bad for Ese Rodriguez, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
that is a very valid point, which I was coming up to something of the same sort. And Arjun, I'd like to put this to you: no team has ever won the Champions League twice in a
Twice.
row. You think Real Madrid, with the acquisition of a 60 million James Rodriguez and a 20 million Toni Kroos, has guaranteed that?
I've been thinking about this a lot since Rodriguez signed on. And I have to say no right now, simply because the Champions League is not won on the basis of an attack. It is won on the basis of a defense.
Sure.
Real Madrid have a beautiful attacking lineup. And they might not need a good defense. But we have seen in the past, when superstars come together in a team, those superstars somehow don't really gel well. It has happened with Real Madrid before.
Yeah.
It has happened with Manchester United, let's say, when they had Berbatov, Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney, all in the same team. That was possibly one of our amongst our poorest performances where we won the league. 2 years before that, without Tevez, without Berbatov, you had one of the best teams England has ever seen.
A lot of names. Diego Costa was already a done deal, so we did not go into a lot of that because clearly he's been given his orders by Mourinho. YouTube, Mourinho and Diego Costa for their first training session. Very, very, very in depth. Aditya, if the transfer, and I'm going to start wrapping up by saying if the transfer deadline were to end tomorrow and Arsene Wenger has been rumored to be given 70 to 100 million, a lot's happening at the Emirates. If you had to pick one player to sign from around the world to win you the Premier League title, not as a good addition, not team dynamic, if you had to buy a Robin Van Persie, who would that be?
I have no budget.
Fabregas.
Well, 50 to 70 million is what is being mooted in the Arsenal camp.
I would get myself. I need that one crazy CDM. I would perhaps Khedira. I'd probably take perhaps an older Yaya Toure and make him play a little bit defensive or something like that. I don't know actually. I'm quite happy with the idea of Khedira, to be honest. Bender was also a good option that we were looking at. Schneiderlin not so convinced, but Khedira actually I see that working nicely because you get all the Germans in there, and then the unit is complete. There's there's Serge Gnabry coming up from the reserves as well. There's Gideon Zelalem, who's a fantastic. It makes Fabregas' passes look like it's that same level but like better. So that's going to be someone interesting.
Assorted batches of star grades across Arsenal. But wait, I want to get to Ishan. Before Ishan, sorry, there have not been a lot of pro Tottenham or Tottenham curious questions here.
That's the story of my life.
We consider it, well, if you found more supporters we could ask you, but honestly this year is the impetus on selling players more or making buying players more or making do of what you have right now? Because Tottenham have signed a lot of players. And I'm underselling it when I say a lot of players.
We have signed a lot of players over the years.
No,
but
Ishan, hear me out. A lot of players.
They've got a full 11, playing 11 in the last 2
You
windows.
think Mauricio Pochettino has what it takes to make do with the current 11 in 10 seconds?
Yeah. Our current 11 can make do. We just needed to replace our left back between Rose and whoever the hell.
Cheeky
competed for
question.
Rose.
Tottenham nicking Arsenal to Champions League 4th place. How much money should I put on it?
I don't know, 50
How
bucks.
much? God.
None. Nikhil, satisfied with your Chelsea team? No more shopping. Mourinho said that there's no shopping.
There are a couple of more signings which I do see happening.
Yeah.
Just in attack. Though.
And Mr. Gyani, I think Heaven did send us Louis Van Gaal. So, as I don't think we should care.
No,
I think we're okay.
No. I think we need a few more.
No, yeah, signings sure, but I don't think we need to care about the players much. I think Van Gaal has got that done.
Van Gaal has got that done, yes.
Aditya and Ishan, Manchester United are going to win the Premier League this year. Thank you very much for joining me on India Post Live. And Nikhil, that was very, very good.
I love Nikhil's laugh of approval.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And
I'm still laughing at the fact that Aditya was saying Bentner instead of Bender.
So it's Arsenal
We love
to win the
Lord
league.
Bender. Come on.
Arsenal to win the league.
yeah. No, Manchester United have won the league. That's as awesome as a note to end the show. The transfer window does go on till the end of August.
Yeah.
So make sure you get onto the net. Let us know which players do you want, which players should we discuss on the hashtags India Post Live, and well, let's hope that Manchester United get more players. And so
You
don't
still will
Chelsea.
get more players.
Yeah, so that's all of us. At
And
India Post Live.
hoping Nani signs for Arsenal.
On that note, on that very, very enticing
Tom
note, I have
Cleverley
to say goodbye.
to
Not that
Spain.
name. We have to bid adieu. We will be back for more football on India Post Live. Do stay tuned and have a very, very good day ahead. Cheers.